Setting fire to shit. Wow, just wow.
These guys have burnt a lot less than the Viking armies usually do. This is restrained.
This is restrained. Okay.
Yours to command.
Duly noted.
Yeah, so I think it's just their general. 160 men is a spearman unit.
So will the burning down of the buildings in this phase, like you say, it gives you more plunder later, right?
Yeah.
Now will it also damage buildings in the settlement itself too?
Yep.
Okay.
And also at the top you can see there's a couple of icons, including one little green house. The more damage you do to the settlement, the more disheartened the defenders get. So it is a legitimate tactic to sit outside and just burn the settlement with like fire arrows and then
I kind of want to run through this market that's just outside the courtyard here, just to knock all the shit down.
Do it.
Doing it.
Also, you're burning down a watchtower, which is right behind you.
Fuck your barrels, fuck your fences.
We have the advantage. Making ready.
Yeah, time to just run through the courtyard, or run through the market here. Yar!
Center. Awaiting order. Bring their walls down.
See, they flee before our might. A tower has been destroyed.
Taking your shit. Oh, I love it.
Ready.
Screw you and your physics objects. Ah. Yeah, all right, that's cool. I can dig that. I can dig that. The whole knocking down their stalls and shit. I can get behind that. So who is this? This is a levy spears that are in shield wall. So
actually,
these are spearmen.
The stuff that you're knocking down at the moment is quite a clever thing that they've done for this game. One of the things they found in Attila was very often cities felt claustrophobic because the streets were too narrow, especially for the size of the units being used. So one way that they made the city feel more lived in is by adding these knockdownable stalls and tents and things, which allow you can walk through them, you can destroy them, but when they're still up, they make the city feel bigger. It's just an interesting design thing.
All right, so I'm engaged with the general unit now at the courtyard.
Right hard. Drive the horses. Making haste.
And look who's about to appear from behind them.
Horseman.
It's the happy cavalry people.
Oh, dearie me. So what town are we burning down? This is Edinburgh, as far as I know, right?
Yes,
we're in
it
Edinburgh.
Is.
Yeah, Mordred sailed right into the city. That's what he did.
It was the Viking in me. It came out. I had to do a naval invasion.
We're capturing a victory point.
Very well.
And there comes the cavalry charge.
Oh. Hello, Poppet.
Set for war.
And now they're out.
Favors us. Victory is ours.
And it all collapses.
And sieges you can just end. As soon as the battle is done, the defenders all die.
Well, that's good. That was a little annoying in Rome and Medieval 2 Total War, where you'd have to kill every single last man on the victory point.
Nope. As soon as the last man breaks, then it's game over. Which is also nice if they have a massive garrison in there and you've killed half of them and you just make them break because you're really good at killing morale.
So we lost 320. We killed 644. All gone. All dead.
Do I want to occupy Edinburgh or do I want to keep burning it down?
Yes.
I don't know. How much do you hate Scotland?
Well, considering I'm half Scottish, I think I'll keep it. Or quarter Scottish.
You only half hate them? You only half self-loathing?
I'll burn half of it and I'll keep half. How's that?
Okay, so yeah, your realm has expanded. Significantly. I'm feeling inadequate.
You need to go fight some people.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to get over to where Difflin is at now. I'm trying to start a fight with one of those guys over there. It's Brega or Difflin.
Difflin will probably be the harder. Oops. So, who do I want to put in charge of Edinburgh?
Yeah, so it looks like Brega actually had the shit kicked out of him, it looks like, at some point here. Unless that's not their army? No, that's their army.
Probably you.
Would you look at that? Proto-Britain actually had pronounceable names for settlements. I don't feel that way about.
No, they really
about
didn't.
a lot of these. I don't feel that way about a lot of this stuff here, Balslav.
Kind of the opposite, in fact. Alright. Starting to earn a bit more cash, which is great. Public order is pissy, but they'll deal with it. Why are you upset? Oh, because the army left and upgraded the mines.
At least from a German perspective, they're easy to pronounce. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I understand. I get it.
Over to you.
Something Anglo Saxons. I have 2 characters I get to level up now.
Whoop whoop. Yeah, they'll gain
okay,
a tiny bit of experience over time, but easily the best way of getting experience is by fighting.
We'll take the quartermaster this time, and you're a general. Give you forager first. Do that. And
be careful with that. It will actually say that all of the nobles are generals. This is one thing which is annoying because it doesn't actually tell you where they're stationed. So the best way to do it is open up the pop-up thingy which it says, hey, this general needs a level up. It will zoom to where they are, close it, and then see if it's like centered on a city. If it is, then they're a provincial governor. If it's centered on your army, then it's the army general.
Gotcha.
And that's something I hope they fix, because that was a bit of an oversight. Like, who is this person? What are they doing? We're not going to tell you.
Oops. Oh, can I not? There we go. I can cross that way. Yeah, we'll go that way. So, Bob, are you going to go take the original God brick? I can't, because that's Mordred's job.
I've already got it. Yeah, it's mine.
The Stone of Scone.
That's my special. So I have it. The Stone of Destiny. Legends say that the Stone of Destiny brings wealth to its bearer. Undertake a mission to find it. Oh, I don't actually have it yet.
Oh, time to go find it.
For which I need to go and take...
Yeah, we'll go ahead and build a better farm here, since we got the money to do it, so we may as well do it.
Wait. To find it, I have to go and take the city next to York? I mean, I don't have a problem with burning York down, but really? That far south? Alright, I'll go and burn York.
Get on your boat!
You must have been leaning back or something, because it was kind of like a bit of a quiet voice, just going, get on your boat!
You know what I did? I leaned back in my chair. So...
It just had the effect. It was brilliant. It's just like some guy in the back of the room just going, get on your boat.
Get on your boat, go to York, you lazy son of a bitch.
There you go. Such a funny effect.
I really like this new condenser mic that I've got, which actually, it wasn't even actually mine to begin with. My wife actually got this from, she was streaming, and then one of her, she's got like one of those Amazon lists, like product things that you can set up on Twitch where people can buy those things for you. And she set it up, and she actually got this as from that, and she actually decided to go and give it to me when it got here.
Oh, cool.
So that worked out really well. She's
So how is it
doing more and more streaming recently.
Yeah, I saw she set up a Discord as well, which I still need to join.
Did. Yeah, she's doing, she mostly does, like, the art stream stuff, and then there's a number of games she likes. She's really into, like, Mass Effect and Overwatch, and I think she said she's going to do Dragon Age at one point, so she's got some really cool stuff that she's going to be getting into. Stuff she's really passionate about and really loves, so.
Yeah, I've seen one or two of her Overwatch games.
Yeah, she's really into Overwatch. I can't get into Overwatch as much as she does, but
I still haven't
same
tried
thing
it.
you said about, like, CK2 with her and, like, U4 and stuff, so.
Should do a 4-player game. Ben, Leia, you, and Megan.
If they will ever be available, sure.
Fair. What kind of mic did you get?
This is Audio Technica 2020.
Okay. I didn't even know how like a condenser is different from normal.
Well, I couldn't tell you mechanically what happens. What I can tell you is that this when I did like the side-by-side comparison of, because I had the Blue Yeti before, and now I've got this AT 2020, and there's very much a noticeable difference in the sound quality. Like there's just not as much stuff being picked up And you know, there's actually much less of a tinny sound too that comes out of the condenser mic versus the Blue Yeti, which I didn't know was there before. Just listening to the Blue Yeti alone. So there's a very, very noticeable difference, and you might not hear it so much over like Discord, like what we're doing right now, because the codec is different. But when you listen back to the video, in like when you edit in like Adobe Premiere or something like that, or listen to the raw footage audio or something like that, it's such a noticeable difference.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was going to say I'm on a Blue Yeti, so people listening could compare, but apparently not because of Discord.
Well, no, like if we're Discord, TeamSpeak, Skype, you know, you're going to be at the mercy of the audio codec that's in use on whatever program it is. I mean, there'll still be some effect. Like obviously, you'd tell instantly if I was like on my Razer Kraken headset versus like a microphone, like a Blue Yeti, you'd tell that right away. But the order of magnitude difference is a little bit smaller. It's a smaller step between the Blue Yeti and the Audio Technica mic that I'm using right now versus like an off-the-shelf headset versus a Blue Yeti. So the step is smaller, but it's definitely still a noticeable step.
What are our orders?
Wait, am I at war with you or something? Why is this red? Enemy minor settlement. Oh, rebels! Oh!
Did you have an uprising?
I don't, but Difflin does. Or Brega? Who is this?
Building.
Oh, no, okay, so Brega looks like they actually lost their main city? No, I don't know what this is. I'm having a hard time deciphering what's going on the map. So there's Difflin. There's minor settlement. Difflin is there. So what's this?
You mean Lynn's?
Difflin.
That was a minor settlement which was just taken by rebels.
Okay, alright, gotcha.
There's no walls around the city.
Well, maybe we'll just go after Difflin direct, because they're undefended right now. I mean, we also have a bigger army than Difflin does, so we could take their army on directly, and then go...
There's going to be one difference for you attacking a city, is you will have to build siege engines to get in, unless you go by sea, like I did. Where you can basically bypass the walls. That's why I did it. So basically you will have to spend a turn building siege engines, and then you can attack the turn after. Unlike the minor cities, where you can just take them.
Balaslav, I can hear the difference. Well, you can hear the difference because I'm piping this directly into my, stream software and out to Twitch, so you would notice the difference immediately anyway. I know your audio file anyway, so you would already notice it there, but... Faction destroyed! Wiederberg. Oh, another faction destroyed. Desmuma. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't that the... No, they're still here. That must be somebody else.
I will be back in just a moment.
Okie dokie. Okay, so where did my army go? There you are. I mean, the cool thing is I'm marching through the territory that I've been able to replenish my troops, at a pretty healthy pace here, so... You guys move there. And I think taking on Difflin would be the best choice, because they're a major faction right next door, so if I take them out, that immediately cuts down who's here that can fight me, right? So that's not a big deal. Doing that. I need to replenish my money still. Foreign trespasser. The Saints Champions. The Legion's Brega, trespassing near Abbey Unsung. So they move through my territory. Foreign forces enter territory without permission, be wary of their intentions. Well, I don't think they're going to be fighting me anytime soon. There's only one unit. It's the general himself. He's recovering, probably after getting the shit kicked out of him by Difflin proper. So... yeah, if anything, Difflin's probably going to... So Difflin is actually trying to, I guess, retake territory from Brega, because Brega is pretty small. Yeah, so that's all... Okay, so all the blue is the same province, then, is what that is. Okay, so I was mistaken about what that was. So Difflin's that is essentially trying to pacify their area. So it's actually a really good time to get in there and take them out. Now, what's going on with Limerick? They're still under siege, and they might just siege that out, which I don't blame them if they do. Yeah. That's okay. All right, next turn. So, yeah, I don't know where Mordred went right off to, but he had something to take care of, probably. Going in Northumbria, Stratclute, Difflin, something else, Kernu, blah, 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 all of them going your side so fast.
And back.
Hooray! Just in time for the turn.
Hey, good timing.
Yeah, I'm still marching right now. It looks to me like Difflin is trying to like pacify their province still.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
So, which, I mean, this is a good time to jump on that thing, because they're going to be in such disarray and have shitty economy that I could totally get in there. I could swoop in and destroy their army, which would give Braga more breathing room, and then I could just gobble them both up.
Oh no, the Vikings were destroyed.
I will not shed any tears.
Those were the Viking raiders.
Like I said, I'm not shedding no tears.
Um...
No tears were shed this day.
Get them nigh! On it!
So what's next for Scotland, or Proto-Scotland?
More land.
Oh, that apparently.
Parallel. Move up to position.
Your dude's wearing more armor.
Eager to get to it.
Oh
That's
no,
a
that's not the
different
king. Somebody else.
Yeah, I never did look at his
fancy
shield.
pants. I've got you know more than one army. Look at you, so fancy.
Oh yeah, he has got a little tiny titchy rubbishy shield. I see what you mean.
It's such a shitty little shield.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose, but it's just like, wow, could you put a little more effort into it, dude?
Barely. Right, how's public order? Public order in Lothane is terrible, but that's because I am upgrading stuff.
Where's that legitimacy 7 out of 100? Oh my, Bob might be a usurper like in CK2. Hey, look, I became emperor fair and square on that one, okay? People just voted me in, mostly because everyone else was probably dead because of the Black Death, and I was just the one that everyone, hated the least. But I became emperor.
Sounds legit to me.
Well, I started that CK2 series with because I did my Ireland series, which was all about learning the game, right? Because I've always kind of gone into CK2 with kind of a limited understanding of what's actually happening a lot of the time in the game. So I did my Ireland series, and now I started a new one in the HRE as the Count of Oldenburg. And I've done that in the past, so I wanted to do it again now with more knowledge behind me. So I jump into it, and the goal of the game is just to simply become emperor, kind of a lower key goal for the series. And by the end of the stream, like 3.5 hours in, I became emperor. It's just like, oh, okay, we'll see what we do next there. Which I suppose the next thing I'm probably going to try to do is make it hereditary in the Empire is what I'm probably going to try to do.
I'll just hold on to power. Sometimes that alone can be difficult.
Yeah, so I mean, if that doesn't work, then I'm at least a duke, so I'm not really that... I'm not going to be sad if I lose the emperorship, but I'm going to try to fight to make it a hereditary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've moved. I don't think I've got enough cash to build anything extra, which I don't. Oh, actually, I could. I could build some more stuff here, which we're going to build the patrols. That's what we're going to do. We're expand the patrols so that we have more dudes, just more stuff, and everything will be hunky-dory. In the Kingdom of Ireland. Yar!
Huzzah.
So what do you need to do to find Godbrick? You need to go down and burn something in York?
Yeah, it's the city next to York, or the village next to York. Politon, or however the hell you say it. Oh man, they're fortifying Bebbanburg. Which I think is a Newcastle.
Fine, York in here.
It's Aorfic.
Gesundheit. Now, where's that city?
Hang on.
Oh, there it is. Found
Necker
it.
is dead. Nordman have arrived. Fine Gael have arrived. So Fine Gael are probably Irish, because that's one of the Irish province names. So you're probably going to get some Viking visitors soon.
Oh, but well, I don't have any coastal provinces yet.
Or Ireland in general. Or some more Viking visitors, I should say, seeing as Difflin is Viking.
Sounds like somebody else's problem right now.
We will not fail you.
Away to war!
Alright, so what else are you going after here? Get Bebbanburg. Do it.
Our every
The army nearest Bebbanburg is definitely not big enough to take it. So I think, yeah, 6 units defending.
Not with that attitude.
shall stand against us.
Hey, Caleb. Hey, thanks for the cheer, Caleb. It has been a while. Where have you been?
It is so much faster
Fleet
travelling by
ready
sea.
to sail.
Crikey.
It's like we figured that out or something, and then started moving everything by sea whenever we could. Hunting camp. Teen furs production. Something, the trade system in this game always felt a little, or in this franchise, always felt like a little, like, out of reach as far as, like, understanding what was going on with it.
Yep, I don't disagree with you there. Trade is always a bit like,
None shall
well, it was
stand
always
against
just so abstract in such a way that you couldn't interface with it directly. I remember, like, in Medieval 2 Total War, I don't know if the later games did this, because I never bothered to look into it because it was so bare bones in Medieval 2 Total War. You could get a trader, which was an agent, and you could set them on a resource, and they'll generate money from that resource.
Yep.
Now, it wasn't a whole lot, and it depended on what the resource was and how far away it was. Like, I think from your capital, and if it was an exotic resource, those kinds of things. Like, if you were in, you know, England, and there was sheep right outside London, you sent your trader to go there to get sheep, it wouldn't really generate that much because sheep is a pretty common resource already in England. Oh, Limerick has been destroyed.
Yeah, I remember sending merchants to, like, iron mines and gems and ivory.
Now, if you could get, you know, far enough away into, like, you know, like start trading silk in, like, North Africa or something like that, you would definitely make a killing. But an enemy merchant would always come along and, like, challenge you and take your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and I never understood how the merchants that the AI had were always so much better than mine, and they just straight up seized my assets all the time.
I think it's because they were constantly attacking other merchants, rather than just sitting on them.
No.
Because I noticed that in
they're
Total War
14 now,
Warhammer, actually, is enemy heroes were always much higher level than mine, and that's because they were constantly attacking my armies, just doing tiny bits of damage. And I started doing that to the AI, and then I was like, I have a level 40 hero, now I understand. But in this, you build resource building, so it's like the sheep farms produce wool, iron mines produce iron, and then that is sold to other factions through some archaic system, which I have no idea how that works. Really, the main thing just seems to be getting as many resources produced as possible, and then they'll get sold.
Yeah, it's just... It seems very straightforward, which, I mean, you know, the kind of economics of this time are fairly straightforward, but I kind of wish I either just get rid of it and make it more abstracted altogether and just, like, make it a tax thing, or let me into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
So...
I mean, the one thing where you can interact with the trade here is you can see the trade routes. So off the coast is the easiest place. You can see the dotted lines of the ships sailing along them. Park a fleet on there in raiding stance, and you'll actually take a portion of that trade route as raiding cash. So the same thing with roads on land, which have a lot of the carts travelling along them. Stick a man on one of those roads in raiding stance, and you'll take a portion of the trade cash.
Oh, interesting. How is life back in Seattle? Much better than Pittsburgh, that's for sure.
I always got the impression you like Pittsburgh.
Going
by the fact that you basically banned me from building industry in Pittsburgh and Hearts of Iron.
Yeah, fuck Pittsburgh. They don't need jobs. There's plenty of jobs there.
I'm just sorry that they didn't rebel against us. Then I could have done the leveling of New York treatment. Another one dead. Lots of factions seem to be dying.
Where am I?
You
Here we
can
are.
count on us. Where's the fight?
For the glory of the Gales. Move up to position.
For the glory of the Gales.
Pick up those feet.
Nope, the army's met. What are they going to do? Oh, okay, you rode right past.
Fight it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do another naval invasion on Bebenberg, but I need my bigger army to do it with. I'm going to leave the other one as kind of a reserve.
Where's the fight?
So what's the end year of this game?
I don't know. I'm not sure there is one. It's basically when you get an ultimate victory. So for us, fame. We just need to get fame. Which is a little bit disappointing you don't get the regular victories.
Bravery is legendary.
Because they're kind of cool. I think there are three. There's the kingdom victory, which is by destroying or vassalizing kingdoms. Conquest, which is just the sheer number of provinces you own, or Fame, which is Fame. And as far as I know, this is the first Total War where they actually do that outside of just kill everything. So, it's kind of interesting.
The men are
Oh, what the hell am I doing? Building.
Do best.
Not build anything else. Okay.
Okay,
Over
so
to you.
Brega has taken control of just about everything again. Oh, another fact. Wait, Osrig? That was my ally.
Oh no.
What happened to him? Sons of Odin. Oh, shit.
They sound like Vikings to me.
Well, okay, time to go to the diplomacy menu and see what's going on here.
Diplomacy, that's what I meant to do. See if I could make any more money out of trade.
Okay, so Leinster has grown in power. That's what this is. And they have no friends whatsoever. Gotcha. No
Actually,
vassals, no military allies, no defensive pacts, no enemies. Okay.
there is one little thing on trade that you should keep an eye on. So once you're done with diplomacy, I'll talk you through it.
Insulting for... Okay, fine. Maybe we'll be fighting Leinster here in the very near future. We'll see.
Yay, more fights.
Okay, so can we recruit more units here? Because the other army, the Difflin army, is actually getting much larger. Maybe a couple bow infantry, maybe?
Archers are good. I much prefer archers to javelins. Javelins just to have too short a range.
That's all we can get, so we'll do that.
But for you as Ireland, you probably want to be focusing most on swords. I'm researching my first technology.
Stay there for now. So I got Aramon, who's the governor. So why don't you go ahead and get more bard levels so that your zeal goes up even more. There we go. And then what's this? Your faction is consuming more food than it produces. Oh no.
Build more farms.
Here's all this problem by disbanding units or by capturing and constructing food producing buildings. Okay. I don't have enough money to build any more farms currently. Well, I've got in 2 turns, I'm going to have another farm level done anyway, so that'll probably alleviate that issue. So, hey, Wolf, what's going on?
Just for a pointer for in the future, I find that fishing is actually a better source of food. So farms are a bit more of a balance between money and food. Fishing is basically just food.
Well, as soon as I know what the ocean is, I will make use of that.
Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to talk about was trade. So above the minimap, there's the economy tab, which is the second one, and then trade. One of the tabs there.
Yes.
And you can see exporting 100%. Just keep an eye on that. If you ever go below exporting 100%, stop upgrading those types of buildings. There you go.
Ah, okay.
Economics 101.
Okay. Stockpile, bad.
Stockpile, very bad.
Okay.
If you don't export it, you don't sell it. But this game does seem to be more about specializing. So, for example...
Difflin wants to be friends with me.
Really?
They're trying to... I'm like, no, let's not be friends.
Well, apparently that is one of the routes to forming Ireland, is if you manage to annex Difflin, diplomatically. I think it is one of the things you can do.
We're going to take them over militarily, because we've hardly done any fighting at all since we fought those rebels.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you're getting jealous by the growing strength of Scotland.
Scotland is getting pretty big over there. Ireland is jealous.